And I'm your host, Marcus Norman of Gentleman Style Podcast Show, your host with the most, and we are recording this episode. This is a fantastic episode. I'm so excited. You guys are in for a treat. I was so excited when she came back. This woman is jam-packed, masterful, a master artist, Miss Evie Brooks. She's a seasoned investment educator with 27 years of experience as an investor, educator, and built a portfolio both domestically and internationally, over 45 properties and net value of over $31 million. Miss Evie has spoken as a keynote speaker in over a dozen countries, from South Korea to Canada. You name it, you plug her name in Google, you are going to find her at the one and only. Miss Evie is an experienced rich dad, poor dad educator for over 11 years, exposed her to the international markets as well, having taught in Costa Rica, and the benefits of becoming an expat in investing internationally, which is what we are going to dive into today. So, oh my gosh, I am so excited. You guys can absolutely tell. You guys won't want to miss 1 second of what this professional is laying down. Stay tuned, stay with us. Here we go. I'm your host, Marcus Norman of Gentleman Style Podcast Show, and we have coming to the stage, like I just introduced, Miss Evie Brooks. She's a phenomenal keynote speaker, and she's going to share some strategies today on why you should consider investing in Panama. Whether you're an expat, non-expat, American citizen, whoever, you won't want to miss this episode. So help me welcome, I can't hold this lady back any further. Help me welcome to the stage the incredible Miss Evie Brooks.
Thank you, Marcus. Thank you.
Welcome, Miss Brooks. You look fantastic. You are aging in reverse, girl.
I appreciate that. Thank you for having me again. I'm so excited to be here.
I'm so excited to have you. We are excited to have you. The Gentleman Style Podcast family is excited to have you on today. Miss Evie, I just want to start here. You have been on the show. This is not your first time being on the show. You've been on the show previously, and if you all missed that episode, it was a fantastic episode. 25,000 views and growing. So if you have no idea what we're about to talk about today, go check her out there. Connect. Miss Evie has some new information, some new ideas, some new concepts growing in the Panama market, and she's going to spill some tea. But first off, I want to touch on, we just went through COVID, Miss Evie. How has COVID been for you, your team, and the Panama economy? How has that been going? I want to start there.
That's a great place to start. I'll tell you what, we were so busy during COVID. I sat behind Zoom and a computer for months on end, 18 months, doing business sight unseen with people that were wanting to put together their plan B, or wanting to have a second residency outside of the borders of where they are originally from. And it has been an experience for us that we did not anticipate. We thought we were going to be sitting there like so many other people and not having a whole lot of business, if any at all. And we got blown away with technology and the Zoom technology, and people just really frustrated with the whole lockdown, shelter in place concepts. They wanted to have a plan to be able to go somewhere else where they weren't stuck in extreme cold or snow, or inside their home where they had the ability to open the window and have a fresh breeze or a tropical wind or a ocean view. So it was quite an interesting experience for us.
Absolutely. You had to pivot. You had to make amends. You had to adjust. We all did. That was a unique experience. I'm glad you're okay. I'm glad you and your team are okay, and I'm glad you are still charging today. There are many people that the pandemic, many businesses, many real estate investors that were taken out, but you're still in the game, and so that y'all, that alone speaks to the quality that you are going to get with this professional. Her bio is pages long. I mean, she is phenomenal, Miss Evie Brooks here. Miss Brooks, I want to start here. There's a new thing on the block. There's this new word mingling around called expat. What is the deal with expat, and why should people be paying attention? What is the buzz of becoming an expat? Can you clue us in?
I absolutely can. And you know what? It is a buzz now. But I'll tell you what, the expat market's been around for a long time. When I was teaching with Rich Dad, Poor Dad, that's where I got my start internationally, was in Costa Rica, doing the expat market. And that was back as early as 2003 through 2014. And it's just since COVID become a true buzz. I mean, where it's like all that rage and everybody's looking at it. And I will tell you what, political season brings it on every year. I don't care if you're on the left or if you're on the right. Every 4 years, political season brings in this market in a strong manner, because people are looking for answers to solve problems that they don't like, whether it's increased taxes or a political unrest, or whether they just want to have a different style retirement, or if they want to downsize, or if they want to be in a tropical environment. And there's so many different reasons. But I will tell you the top three are political unrest. Number two is the tax concern of so many people. And number three is the plan B, having a plan B in place for whatever purpose might happen to come along, where they feel like they need to have another location to go outside of their home country.
Absolutely. So I love that, Miss Evie. So I want to ask the straight up question: is Panama still a good real estate investment today? Is it still strong? Is the GDP still strong? What's going on? What's happening? Because you're kind of like, this is like, I feel like I'm on a news anchor show where you're like, what's the buzz? Tell us the weather. You know what I mean? Like, what's going on in Panama these days?
Well, I just got back last night from Panama. I'm down there a lot, and I had to fly back into Atlanta for some appointments today. But I'll tell you what, it's pedal to the metal, full force. Everything's back on track, and normal business as usual. I will tell you, just like everywhere else in the world, prices have increased substantially. But I will also tell you that what you can get for the money is half or less what you're going to pay, comparing apples to apples. I closed with a client today from Atlanta, Georgia, in fact, and he texted me going, "Oh my gosh, I am so excited about this. I want to do more deals." And he's an investor. And that is the response that we get from everybody. I mean, this building, what we paid for this building, you would pay anywhere from 2 times as much in Atlanta, Georgia, apples to apples, to 5 times as much in Los Angeles, New York, and Montreal, like Canada, for apples to apples, comparing the two. And so you still get way more bang for your buck. And the quality of what you get is solid. I mean, the finishes and the properties themselves are incredible.
I told y'all, Miss Evie Brooks, y'all, spilling the tea on the Gentleman Style Podcast show. Miss E, I don't want to spill too much tea, because you guys got to check out that interview that we did with Miss Evie the first time, and she really shares some nuggets. She's sharing nuggets here, but she really shared some quality nuggets. And on that first episode, we touched you're not just real estate in Panama. You were also doing agriculture.
That's correct.
And so is that still the same? Are we still is part of that portfolio still in the agricultural side? Is that still as strong?
Absolutely. Food is always going to be in demand, as far as I can see.
I like to eat.
And so we are still in the agricultural. We have taken some new approaches and some new projects and some new avenues. So what we had the first time we did this show is completely different now, as is all the projects that we've got for investments, as far as, people wanting to become a resident or a citizen, get a second passport from investments. We do still have developer financing. You don't even have to have a FICO score, much less a good one, to be able to get developer financing. But you can get in on projects that you're going to literally pay $500 to $1,000 per meter squared, less than the retail market through our program. Now, we may get 2 on a deal. We may get 5 on a particular project. We may get 7. And so when we get them, they're gone as quick as we get them because we send them out first come, first serve. But we have people that have absolutely gotten in projects 3 years ago. They put down a down payment of 35, 45%, and they've made $100,000 in that period of time on their investments. And they didn't even have to pay cash for the full amount. And then we have other projects, that people get into and they see a ROI. And these are what we call midterm projects. You get in and get out within 3 years. And we see anywhere from 11, 13, 15, and 20% return on investments. So they're pretty strong. And our clients keep coming back and getting back in over and over. They'll just keep going from one project to the next because of the success that they've had.
Money. Oh my gosh. So Ms. Brooks, so this is dynamite. This is why I'm so glad that she came back on the show, y'all. This is dynamite. Miss Evie, are you still, because there's a multitude of facets to get into real estate. A lot of people lost their jobs, which is sad, right? That's unfortunate. It's not good, right? I'm sorry we lost our jobs. But that means there's a lot of 401k, IRA money sitting around. Are these real estate deals in Panama still open for taking investments from my IRA, my 401k with my past or previous or even current self-directed plan? Any
Absolutely. In fact, they need to be self-directed plans. But yes, your IRAs, your 401ks, your pensions, and most people don't even realize that they can invest in most cases in real estate, much less internationally. And also people think that it's so much more difficult to get into international investments than it is here locally. It's so much easier. I can have you in a project literally within 72 hours, signed contract, signed, sealed, and delivered, and you're an owner of real estate. So it's much simpler. Like I said, you don't have to have a FICO score. You don't have to have any credit history. It doesn't matter if you've had a bankruptcy, you've lost your job. None of those things matter. Now, of course, if you're going to be getting traditional financing with a local Panama bank like you do in the United States, of course, you have to go through those same types of hoops. But with the programs that we've developed and that we've established for our clients, that's not required.
Love it. Is there a strong relationship? Does your company still have a strong relationship with the Panamanian government? Because as we know in real estate, as real estate investors, there's always roadblocks, there's licenses, there's costs involved, right? Nothing shady, right, y'all? Nothing sinister.
Yeah.
But do we have still a strong relationship with the Panamanian government over there?
Well, our developers, we work directly with developers. We don't work through real estate agents and real estate offices and all of that. We go directly with the developers. We work directly with the actual owners of the developments. And these are very large developments. They've been in business 30, 40 years, very strong financially. This is one of the things that we do for our clients is we vet everything. And thank goodness that we do, because so many projects did not survive through through the COVID situation. But every single project that we have ever represented is still standing and kicking today. So every one of our developers have a direct line to the president of Panama, and they have a great working relationship with the government in Panama. Absolutely.
Love it. It's Evie Brooks, y'all, spilling the tea on the Gentleman Style Podcast Show. We are going to go to a quick commercial break. Don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
If you're looking for a reliable, professional trucking and logistics service, you've come to the right place. Musa Trucking is a veteran-owned and operated premier transportation provider that can help with all of your trucking and logistics needs. Musa is revolutionizing the trucking industry through strategic partnerships, the development of core personnel, and the use of cutting-edge technology. Our inventory system ensures that cargo ends up divided into the right trucks and reaching the correct destination. Our drivers are dedicated to transporting goods efficiently and safely. Contact us today to get started by visiting the website on the screen or by calling 757-756-5246.
We are back to the Gentleman Style Podcast Show. And if you guys are tuning in for the first time, this is a phenomenal episode. We have the incredible, amazing, stunning, beautiful, smart, intelligent, super fragilistic, expialidocious Miss Evie Brooks spilling the tea on expats and the market, the real estate and agricultural markets in Panama today. This is gone through COVID, y'all. This is real estate that has survived the pandemic. And you know, I love you guys. I love my audience. I bring you nothing but the best. And Miss Evie Brooks and her team are absolutely the best. So you want to stay tuned. You want to stay. We are on iHeartRadio, iTunes, Spotify, Audible, LinkedIn, Facebook business page, and anywhere you get your podcast today. Video or audio. Miss Brooks, I want to go back to something because you do something unique and not talked about, I think, in real estate enough. Your company is touching on the agricultural aspects in Panama as well as the real estate. You have short-term, mid-term, long-term. You have every flavor. Y'all see what I did there? You have every flavor that a real estate investor could love. But I want to touch on can you spill some tea? I always ask my guests if they can share some tea on the clean energy, clean agriculture projects that you guys are working on down there in Panama for my nature lovers. We got nature lovers. We got to look out for our environment.
Absolutely. Everything that we do, Marcus, in the agricultural side of things is working with organic. We also do hydroponics and aquaponics, which is a huge benefit for the environment. And this is some areas that we've really been focusing on for the last 7 or 8 years, because you have the ability to produce way more food for way less space, water, and you know, like food for the plants and that type of stuff. And the way that it's done is just so high tech, and it's just very exciting to see there is a way to continue to feed the population as the population continues to grow as it's anticipated. So this is a very strong area of concern that we focus on and always have since we've been in this project.
Perfect. I love it. What are some of the short-term, long-term, mid-term concepts with real estate that you guys are doing down there in the Panama market as well? Can you spill some tea there?
Absolutely. I love short-term, mid-term, long-term, and legacy because our clients are individuals, every single one of them. No one fits a one-stop shop program. In fact, we used to do VIP tours with groups of up to 14 people. I have even stopped doing that. I will only take a minimum of 1, a maximum of 4, because this way I have the ability to spend the time with them one-on-one. And really over that 2.5 day period of time, we are boots on the ground. We are all over the country. I'm showing them the economy and the culture and the environment and the government and how they go about, you know, getting a visa or a passport, whatever they're focused on. And everybody's focus is completely different. And we want to help them accomplish their goals. So we'll look at what do you want to accomplish in the next 5 years. And then we're going to take that information and we're going to back into what do they need to do today, next week, next month, this year, the next 2, 3, 4, 5 years to accomplish their goals in that 5-year period of time. Of course, you've got to be realistic. You've got to look at what do you have to work with as far as financially, and what can we do to help make those goals come into place. So I may have somebody short term that's like, I need to be able to get in, get out within 3 years of time because I'm going to have to start doing X, Y, and Z with my IRAs or 401ks. I've got to start paying. I've got to start withdrawing. And I need to have this money back within this period of time. So we've got programs that they can just take anywhere from $50,000 up to $2 million and put it in these projects where they're going to make a minimum of 11%. We've got government sponsored, what we call social housing programs, where they are backed and you're going to get anywhere from 11 to 13% on the actual property themselves. And then we have also partnered with the developer. I'm going to sit down with them and I'm going to go through their plan of action. What are they wanting to do? Making sure that they never overpay. That we don't allow our investors to pay retail. I just don't. We go to our developers and we negotiate on the front end for our investors to be able to get a substantial discount off of the walk-in retail price. And the reason I can do that is because of the amount of business that we bring to our developers in Panama. We're very selective about the developers that we work with. They've had to be in business for a long time. All of our developers have been in business over 30 years, some 40 years. They have never had a project go belly up. We have programs where people can get in and out in 36 months. We have programs that's what we call our short term. Our midterm is going to be 3 years to 5 years. And those are typically projects that you're going to do like pre-construction. You're going to get in, you're going to hold, you're going to rent for a little while, and then you're going to get out. 5 to 10 years is long term. And then anything over 10 years is going to be what we call legacy investments. Those are ones that people like to just set it and forget it, anticipating that they don't care if they have revenue coming in every single month or not, or at all. They're leaving it for a family member, an heir in their will or their trust. So every single step of the way, we're looking at what is it that you need to accomplish. So I've been working with a lady out of Colorado. Her name's Jenny, and she has to have a certain amount of money every single month. And so what we do is look at programs where she can get in, and she knows she's going to have a certain amount coming in every single month. And then we have other people, like I have one out in a doctor in Alabama, Dr. Wiley, and he's been with me for 16 years, I think it is now. And he's done deal after deal after deal. And so many of those projects are now left in a trust for his daughter and his son. So we have a situation where we focus on you individually, one by one. And that's when you look at this and you think this is something for you, you're going to have a complimentary call with me. We don't charge for our mentorship. That's part of our program of helping you to decide what you want to do and what direction you want to go. And so then we sit down with you once we've determined through that complimentary call, is this right for you? Number one, because it's not right for everybody. And number two, what are you wanting to accomplish and how do we make that happen?
Fantastic. Phenomenal. So every flavor, I was not kidding y'all. She has everything for every flavor. You mentioned passports, visas, sponsorship. So in order to invest, I need to become a citizen or in Panama in order to invest there?
Absolutely not. I can have you in an investment if you just own a passport. If you've never even been to Panama, you don't even have to come, because you can come to Panama on a visa, which is your passport, for up to 6 months. And then if you leave for 3 days, you can come back for 6 more months. Now you can only draw for the first 90 days. So if you're going to stay more than 90 consecutive days, then you're going to have to get a residency, which is not difficult to do. It's very simple. We could have you in a residency in 6 weeks. So everything about Panama is expat friendly. They are looking for investors to come from around the world. It is a melting pot of cultures and people, and it's a mentality of y'all come and everybody live and let live, and it's just an incredible environment. So it's a situation where if you just want to be a digital nomad and go put your toes in the sand and work from your computer, you can do that for up to 180 days without even having to leave and without having to have a visa at all.
That's my kind of life. She is speaking my language, y'all. This is phenomenal. This is huge. Ms. Evie, I am sold on this. So let me get this straight. I think I heard this straight. You're only taking how many clients this round? Because there's limited seats, y'all. You got to get in. How many clients are you taking this time?
There is a limit, and I really am very, very committed and dedicated to my clients. And so right now, for the next 6 months, I'm looking no more than 15 new clients.
15. Y'all, yeah. 1-5, y'all. So I'm sorry, y'all, but I'm getting her to you right now so that you guys can take advantage. There's 15 slots available. Get in. Are we still traveling to Panama for boots on the ground experience?
Or
was it virtual? Okay.
Oh, no. Our boots on the ground is, I want people, now you don't have to, people can invest sight unseen. Like I said, if they're comfortable investing, and I can give you dozens, if not hundreds, of referrals of people that will tell you their experiences and their success. Just like Chris, who closed today, he would love to tell everybody. In fact, he's taken it back to his whole network of people, and he's big in real estate, and he's big in crypto, and he travels all over the world. He just came in from Dubai. My clients love the results that they have and the success that they have. They love their properties. I just helped move somebody in last week. Randy and Debbie, they moved into a property right on Avenida Balboa. And I mean, this is an ongoing thing. So we do everything from A to Z, Marcus. We help you not only with getting your pets here, being able to buy a car if you want to, furnishing your units, doing the property management so you don't have to worry about somebody locking themselves out of the unit or flooding the toilet. We have on-site staff for all of those things. From people that don't want to have a real property, they just want to have an investment where they may partner with one of the developers. So, I mean, there's everything you can imagine, the good, the bad, the ugly. You pick and choose what it is that you like, what you're comfortable with, and then we find a way to make that work for you. We are not a one-stop shop. In other words, you do not go into, this is the only project that we've got, this is where you need to be, take it or leave it. We have so many projects going at one time that we're going to find the project or projects that's right for you and for your ultimate goals.
Love it. Love it. You guys are jumping in at a great time. You guys are awesome for tuning in. This is going to be jam-packed. You guys need to get in. Miss Brooks, she's my diamond in the rough right now. She is my crown jewel right now, and I've been keeping her secret for so long. But Miss Brooks, tell my audience what they need to have prepared before setting up that flight, that appointment with you, with your team. What does my audience need to have prepared before they come and see you, so it can be a straight shot to take advantage of these deals and these events?
Well, when you go to one of the sites that we're going to give you, which is a landing page, so that you can input your information after you watch an 11-minute video to see if you really do think this is right for you, then we will call you. And when you fill out that information and you schedule an appointment for us to have that call with you, exactly, eviebrookspanama.com, then you need to have with you exactly what are you looking for as far as cap rate, return on investment, how much do you have to work with, what type of real estate are you looking for, whether it's, and you may not be a real estate investor, so you may not really know what it is, but do you want short-term returns? Do you want midterm, long-term, or legacy? Are you looking for monthly cash flow? Are you looking for just one big hit? From a project, get in, get out within 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, and have something that I can start working with. And once you tell me the guidelines of what you're looking for or what you think you're looking for, I'm going to start walking you backwards from that to find what fits into what you ultimately really want. And typically what I find is that most of the people that I work with end up not knowing exactly what it is that they want until we start getting into the education, because this is not, let me just sell you a property. This is an education. We are with you from the beginning, the start, throughout, to the end, through the closing, and then we do it again over and over and over. That's what we call packing the pipeline. And anybody that wants to build a career in real estate, it's never too late. So many of the people that I work with are building their second, third, fourth career in real estate near retirement or after retirement. And that's what we can do. We can teach you how to be able to do that effectively, how to leverage, how to use other people's money, how to be able to get the most bang for your buck, and where to go to get the best deals. We never buy at full fair market value. Ever. We always walk into equity on the front end. We're always looking for cash flow in every deal that we do, or we're looking for a forced appreciation. And if we don't have two of those three, we're not going to do the deal. And then, of course, everybody says, well, you didn't even talk about market appreciation. That's because we don't talk about market appreciation, because we have no control over that. And that is just the icing on the cake. If it happens, that's great. But the other three we can control. We know if we're going to be able to rent this, if we're going to be able to rent it short-term or long-term, what the rental market is. We know if it's got equity walking into the deal, because remember, in real estate, money is made in the buy, not in the sell. And so people that come into real estate with the mentality of, oh, I'm going to buy this today, and in 10 years from now, it's going to be worth a whole lot of money, they are clueless. They don't know what they're doing, and they're going to end up getting the scraped knees and the hurt elbows. And we hope to be able to help people avoid that at all cost.
I told y'all, this is phenomenal. You guys, 15 slots. That's it. 15 slots. Ms. Brooks, how can my audience connect with you? How can they learn more? How can they find you? How can they get on board on this roller coaster? Because the train has left the station. It's not too late.
The train has left the station. And, I say I'm only wanting to take 15 new clients because I have so many clients, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of clients. I have over 10,000 real estate people in my database. So we add a few from time to time, and we keep building on that. And so we're looking forward to those 15 new slots in the next 6 months. But if you will go to eviebrookspanama.com and fill in the information there, we will get right back with you. It won't be weeks or months. We will call you the same day or the next day. Also, if you go to my website, you can find out a lot about the properties and what we do in our tours and all of that stuff at mypanamavacationrealty.com. And then also my phone number. It's all over the internet. It's everywhere. This is my cell phone. That's the one that just rang a few minutes ago. It's the only number I have, and I answer my phone. If I don't answer, you leave a message, I will call you right back. So that's how you communicate with us. We are all about customized service, working with each person individually, and helping you accomplish your goals.
And if she doesn't answer, she's on a podcast like this one, y'all. So forgive her. She'll get right back to you. Ms. Brooks, I'm going to put that back on the website. Please put that back on the website. Put the website back up. Get on the website if you want to see what she's currently done. Get on that landing page to connect and get that consultation with her, to get with her and one of her team to reach out to you. And of course, dial that number. That is brave of you, Ms. Brooks. That is brave of you. But you guys got to get on board. This woman is closing deals. She's changing lives, and she's changing legacies. And that's what this show is all about. Ms. Brooks, I love you. Thank you. Is there anything that I should have asked that you wanted me to ask? Any nuggets? You've shared so many nuggets this episode. Is there any final nuggets you want to kind of share with my audience and give back that way?
You know what? I could go on for hours and hours because I am really good at teaching. That's what I do. My passion is teaching. But honestly, if you're going to do it, make sure that you get the education. And the education is not reading a book. You are not going to read a book and learn how to do this. You need somebody that's been there before you, that knows the market, that can help you to make the right decisions and not end up spending tens of thousands of dollars that's not necessary. Don't be afraid to get the education. You're going to get it one way or the other. How much you're going to spend for it is the real question. So that would be my final golden nugget.
Thank you, Ms. Brooks. Thank you, Ms. Brooks. And thank you all. I told y'all, gems, connect. Get with this woman. Get with Ms. Brooks and her team. She's changing the world, changing legacy. I hope this message was helpful. I hope this information has changed your mindset about real estate and looking overseas and looking over the horizon, looking beyond your backyard. And take a chance. You know, I only bring the best guests on this show for you guys. So she is the truth. Connect. Ms. Brooks, I love you. Take care. Be safe. Get some rest. Thank you for being on the show today. You are a blessing. And I'm going to say this to you again. Please don't ever quit. We need you. We need what you're doing. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely. And thank you all for tuning in to the Gentleman Style Podcast Show. This has been a phenomenal episode. I hope this helps. I hope this takes you to the next level. And I gotta go. I gotta let Ms. Brooks go. She got a phone call to call back. She got people to deal with, and she got clients to make. But like I always end every show, take care of your friends, take care of your family, and always take care of business. This is Marcus Norman, your favorite gentleman, and Miss Evie Brooks, the absolute bomb. Signing off. Love you guys. Bye.